after being hit by a tsunami, it's hard to think we'd be able to find Easter eggs with all that water everywhere. We had to dive deep into the new map. Like, literally. And you're not gonna believe what we found. Support our videos when you pick up the Battle Pass by using code T5G in the item shop, and let's kick off with Midas's chair. The Midas's chair Easter egg from last season is just one of a few Easter eggs that seem to be continuing into Season 3. Over the course of Season 2, Midas's solid gold chair from the agency had a spectacular journey across the island, making its way around a few locations around the map. While you'd expect Season 3 to wash away the Easter egg, it seems that whatever stole it in the first place actually planned ahead. In the No Sweat Insurance storage locker building next to Frenzy Farm, you can actually head into one of the storage units and find a conveniently hidden golden chair. It seems that whoever took it must really want to protect it if they put it in a storage unit to prepare for the Great Flood. Then again, No Sweat Insurance really has been good at protecting most of the POIs on the island. I mean, most insurance companies don't exactly offer to float your entire house, so fair play to them. But it's awesome to see Epic keep the golden chair Easter egg going into the season, especially considering it's pretty much all we have left of Midas. You know, if you remember that he was eaten by a shark. The Mimic Chest. Sometimes Epic likes to have a wacky take on existing items. With this season, some chests around the map actually spawn with robotic arms and legs. You can spot these guys all around the island, and they look an awful lot like Mimic chests from Dark Souls. Now that might seem like a stretch considering how different they look side by side, but what if I told you the Mimic chests already exist in Fortnite in its other game mode, Save the World? And it's those Mimic chests which are exact references to the Dark Souls one. Maybe these guys in Battle Royale are foreshadowing what's to come. And then again, these chests don't pretend to be real and then kill you once you go near them, but they definitely are a clever reference. I'm thinking now it would actually be a really cool idea to have some kind of fake chest item in Fortnite, like a grenade, and we could throw it down to spawn a fake chest that would explode once someone opened it. That would make for a really interesting item. I'd love to see something like that one day. Just one question, why did Epic give these guys such a weird pose? It's like the chests are all doing one big evil laugh. The shark repellent. On the topic of the on-the-nose reference to things, Epic snuck a really cool nod to the 1966 Batman movie in Season 3. If you've ever watched the classic Batman movie, you'll probably remember a really famous scene which featured Batman getting bitten by a shark. In the scene, it has a shark stuck to his leg that will not let go no matter how many times he kicks and punches it. So Robin brings him a really convenient shark repellent bat spray. It's a classic scene, and Epic recognized that because there's an Easter egg to this very moment in the new season. One of the brand new challenges for Season 3 is titled Shark Repellent, and you get it by delivering over 1966 damage to loot sharks, which uncoincidentally is the exact year the movie came out. It's an awesome homage and makes sense considering how much Epic are fans of comic books and pop culture. I mean, we have Batman skins in-game. You could probably recreate this exact scene with the skin and a chopper. All right, seriously though, somebody needs to get on that immediately. The Truck Monster. Since the early days of Chapter 1, one of the most OG Easter eggs has been that of a statue formed of trucks nicknamed the Truckosaurus. This thing has had updates time and time again, changing throughout both Chapter 1 and 2, from a homage to the mecha team leader to being submerged underwater. Now, you can find the truck monster still underwater, but unfortunately, it seems he has had enough of being a hero, and unfortunately has either fallen down or been defeated by the Great Flood. I hope this isn't the end of Truckosaurus' story, though, because how sad would that be? If he disappears, I just hope they add a memorial for him there. He has truly become one of the greats. Speaking of random statues around the map, the Urinal Knight. Fortnite has had little side stories on the island for years, from the truck statue to the rock family to even Pipe Man and Hey Man. But now, a champion has risen, and it's the Urinal Knight. Oh boy, looks like we'll be following this little guy's journey for the next few months. I hope he actually moves around like the other statues and doesn't just sit here under the ocean. And maybe when the water drains later in the season, he'll be free to walk around at his own leisure. It feels like it's been forever since we got a brand new side character on the island, so it's nice to have someone else to follow whenever a new update releases. I wish you well on your journey, Urinal Knight. Featured Hub Easter Egg Puzzle. Like a lot of brand new featured hubs, the first hub for Season 3 has a really cool little Easter egg quest for those looking for a hidden adventure. Pulling off a little parkour will let you activate a button, which you could then press to unlock a hidden hallway. Hitting secret switches on the lamps in the hallway will then unlock another hidden door. Heading through this, you can then follow your way through the maze and press some more hidden switches. Nearing the end, you can jump on a table and hit a small cross mark on the ceiling. This will take you to an area which really trips you out. Just a few more parkour hits will let you open another door and work your way to a special room. We'll let you try this one out yourself. Greasy Graves. During Chapter 2, Season 2, we had a challenge that was visit the agency HOMAGE and Greasy Graves locations. And yes, I'm pronouncing that right, Greasy Graves instead of Grove, because, well, rest in peace, Greasy Grove. Rest in peace. Anyway, Greasy Graves was just one of the 3 locations and featured the Durr Burger Head and Tomato Head, hence the name. While you would assume the Great Flood of Season 3 would have wiped this place out, it seems that under the surface, someone has actually found the Greasy Graves again. I guess this means it will be rediscovered once the water drains later in the season. The Phoenix skin. This next Easter egg is a weird one because it seems that Phoenix from Valorant is an awful lot like the brand new Fade skin from Season 3's Battle Pass. I mean, like, these skins have the exact same hairstyle, eyebrows, build, and they just look so similar. While this could just be a massive coincidence, it could also be Fortnite taking direct inspiration. I mean, Valorant's heroes also look a bit similar to existing Fortnite skins like Kuno and Jet or Slurpentine and Viper. These guys have a lot of skins in common. Coincidence or something much larger? Do you think the Fade is inspired by Phoenix from Valorant? It's hard to tell, so leave your thoughts in the comments section below. The Bear and Gnomes. I mentioned that Fortnite often has some side stories happening on the island every update to try and keep us occupied. And while I listed a few statues, probably one of the most popular side stories in Chapter 2 was the Gnomes versus Teddy Bear storyline. You were actually able to interact with the side story and got secret challenges for it. To quickly recap the story, it began when some of the bears had their honey stolen. Then, they kidnapped a gnome and interrogated him to try and find their stolen honey. As payback, the gnomes began spying on the teddy bears and then actually ambushed them, took over their base, and locked them all away. Interestingly, one teddy bear with a spoon dug them out of the cell and they had a final battle over in Weeping Woods. Luckily, just before they could fight and end the war, we stepped in and helped them both achieve peace with a treaty. Thankfully, the Great Flood of Season 3 didn't do anything to kickstart the war again, and on the island right now, you can spot the bears and gnomes continuing their peace and lounging side by side, enjoying the new island. They can be spotted in a number of places, including sunbathing and even creating a play together in a bathtub. It's pretty adorable stuff. I wonder where this story might go next, or if this is the final happy ending for both sides. Deadpool's Shrine. If you were paying attention during the Doomsday device event, you might have spotted Deadpool's yacht trying desperately to stay afloat on top of the wall of water. Unfortunately, while it looked fine here, the yacht did not survive the flood and is now a destroyed POI on the map. If you head to the wreckage of the yacht, you can no longer find Deadpool or his minions, but a secret room in the ceiling of the boat actually has a hidden shrine to Deadpool. There's also a Deadpool floaty in the corner. I wonder who made this shrine and is still hanging out on the boat worshipping Wade Wilson. It's pretty funny if you ask me. Homage to Jaws. Epic has been paying homage to Jaws ever since the first ever teasers for Season 3 came out. On the No Sweat Insurance building in Season 2, you could find a poster which was a direct homage to the famous Jaws poster in 1975. As you can see, this poster featured Peely floating at the top of the water and a shark beneath it. And while this was on the nose, the Jaws references go further in Season 3 itself. You might realize that just before a loot shark attacks, you'll hear music get louder and louder. This feature is yet another reference to the Jaws theme song, where the music gets faster and louder as the shark approaches closer. Seabot Cameo. Fortnite is constantly using items and assets from Save the World, but a fun little Easter egg in the settings menu of Battle Royale makes a neat little reference to Save the World for fans for the game mode. If you head to text size and want to change it, the example text reads, "Seabot sees the inside of the bag. There is so much bag to see." For those who haven't played the mode, Seabot is a character from Save the World. Just a neat little Easter egg that not many people will pick up on. The Shark Prison's ruins are underwater. A small but weird map change is the ruins of the Shark Prison from Season 2. You might wonder what happened to it, but it seems that instead of simply being flooded ready for revealing when the water drains, the prison has actually been destroyed completely. It's hard to tell what caused it exactly, whether it was just a result of the flood or more, but if you go to the ruins underwater, they're completely destroyed. I guess it means when the water drains, we'll eventually get a POI of the shark's ruins. Maybe then we'll finally get the answer as to who was in this special cell. John Wick. For our last Easter egg, it's something that is both a small detail, but also just a neat sneak peek behind the scenes at Epic. During the Doomsday event, where we teleported to John Jones' office, you see a ton of figures moving around outside. These are silhouettes to us, but looking closer and glitching through shows that most of these skins are actually John Wick. Of course, this is just a placeholder skin, but we didn't mention it during our Doomsday Secrets video, so we wanted to address it here. But that's all we found so far. If you have anything else we might have missed, make sure to let us know in the comments section below. There are so many secrets, mysteries, and stories that lie in wait beneath the new map. We know everything, and we'll we'll be unveiling everything these next few weeks, so make sure you subscribe and check this video going over everything you need to know about the new season. I'll see you guys over there. This has been Sam from Top 5 Gaming. Keep it right here.